Hi, it's Uncle Ken with today's free business lesson. And today we're going to talk about bundling, right? Now, I understand that it's a common business practice and it makes sense on a higher level. Take, for instance, insurance companies, right? They want to offer bundling where you take your car, your home, your life insurance, maybe other insurance products, and you bundle them together and you get this great discount. And that's just good business for the insurance company. And it makes sense. Maybe AT&T's or Spectrum. Well, you give us your cell and your internet and maybe your home phone or TV. We'll bundle them all together and we're going to give you this great rate. So in those cases, that bundling makes sense. It brings more dollars to the table. But on a smaller micro level, right, bundling can hurt your business. And so we're talking about pricing here and pricing strategies, right? Have you ever told a client, this is how much this job is going to cost, and they balk at the price, right? Because all the client is seeing is this small amount of service that maybe they're getting and this huge price, and it doesn't seem relatable. And they're like, I'll get back with you. They want to call and get a few bids. I get that. But if you unbundle it, how could that affect the outcome? Well, if you say, hey, here's how we come to our price, before you give the price, you could say, this is how much we charge for labor. This is how much we're going to charge for materials. And then we have these other fees. Maybe they're dump fees. Maybe they're fees required to inspection fees or taxes. There's all kinds of fees. And when you break it down and then you give a grand total, here's the grand total, this is what the total you're going to pay, it's a lot more digestible to a client to understand what led to that. Even in the case of labor, you can break up the labor. You can say, this is how much we charge as a service call to get out to the property, and this is how much we charge for the labor once our person gets to the property. I can tell you as a business owner that one of my biggest expenses is just getting a truck to the location. By the time I pay for the truck, all the equipment on the truck, I've hired a guy, I've trained a guy, I had to pay insurance, I had to pay fuel. All of the stuff, all of the big expenses are just to get the guy to the location. The amount of work he does once he arrives can be very inconsequential, right? Could be very short. But the client doesn't see that. They just see the big picture, how much the big ticket is. They don't understand all the monies that go into it. So unbundling your flat rate price is today's business lesson.